Hey everybody, this is John with TPF Travel, where we show you how to have fun and exciting family-friendly adventures. And so we are going to do some more frequent live videos. We're not always going to schedule them, so you need to make sure that you are subscribed and with your alerts, your notifications turned on, so you know when we are going live. And so I thought today, sitting here on my front porch, beautiful Branson, Missouri, and the weather is incredible. I thought I would talk about the difference between vacationing in the epic destination of Orlando, which so many of us love, and smaller destinations like Branson and Myrtle Beach, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area, because they are all fun, but Amy and I and the kids, we love Orlando. We go there quite a bit, and Disney and Universal, and so in Orlando, of course, there is so much to do. It's nonstop. We will go. We've done this where we've gone for what we took I think it was a 10-day trip, and we did a theme park from like 7 a.m. waking up till midnight or 1 a.m. being done, and then going to sleep 10 days in a row. And so we did all of the Disney parks and did multiple parks, or some of the parks multiple times, and we went and did Universal. And so we burn ourselves out. We go crazy. It's a lot of fun. But is it possible, that there are other options out there? And yeah, definitely there are. So of course, I live in Branson. We do a lot of videos from Branson. Just did our Pumpkin Nights video 2 days ago and uploaded that yesterday. Silver Dollar City. That you should definitely go watch that video. It was a blast. In fact, Silver Dollar City even shared that on their own page, which was so cool, and so we appreciate that, Silver Dollar City. But I'm here to encourage you to consider other destinations like Branson, Myrtle Beach, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. We have people that fly here to Branson from Orlando, which for some people they'd be like, why would people fly to Branson for vacation from Orlando? Well, because it's a legit destination. Of course, it's something different. But let's talk about a few reasons, all right? Number one, the crowds. So Amy and I, we were in Florida. It wasn't Orlando, but we were at Disneyland in Florida and California Adventure. And of course, whenever we go to Orlando, crowds are crazy. I mean, depending on the time of year you go, of course, we try to go in the slower times, but man, the crowds are insane no matter where you go, and you're waiting in line, and there's strollers everywhere, and it's just madness. It's chaos, especially, of course, at the Magic Kingdom or in Disneyland in Florida. You're staying to watch the fireworks, and you can barely breathe. I mean, there's barely an inch between you and the next person. So the crowds are crazy. Now, here in Branson, it's a little different. Of course, some of you know that Branson is famous for its horrendous traffic, and that's true, but there are ways around the traffic. There are back roads. There are, Amy just drove away and she's waving at me, so I thought I should see how these live videos are different. You just never know what's going to happen. And so I don't know where she's going. She just cruised away. But yeah, so the traffic in Branson's crazy. Traffic in, we've been in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, crazy traffic, but there's ways around it. Especially everybody has a GPS these days. It's easy to get around the traffic. Here in Branson, we know all of the different routes and ways to get around. So, and then the crowds, like for example, at Silver Dollar City, the theme park here, on busy days, it is really busy, but there are a ton of days that are not busy at all. In fact, our last video from Pumpkin Nights, the pumpkin part of the park was pretty busy, but when we started venturing off and to different parts of the park, it was empty. It was really empty, and we were just jumping on rides. We didn't have to wait at all. And so crowds, consider the crowds. Coming to a place like Branson or Myrtle Beach and Pigeon Forge, and the crowds are generally going to be a lot less. Second, this is still world-class entertainment, whether, no matter what, and I'm talking about these three cities, and Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge really is one destination. So you got Myrtle Beach, and then also Branson. So you got these three different areas. They're very, very similar. In fact, we talk about Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge is kind of Branson East, and Myrtle Beach, Branson on the beach. And so they're very, very different, and very similar. I said the opposite of what I meant to say. They're very similar. And hey, I've seen the chat pop up. Hey guys, yeah, Yeah, Mike. Hey, Tim. Yep, learn the back roads and so Branson, world-class entertainment. Of course, we've got the shows here. If you've never been to Sight and Sound, oh my goodness, that's like a crazy otherworld experience. Those are biblical shows like Moses and Samson and Jonah, and it blows Broadway out of the water. I mean, the production value is incredible. So world-class entertainment. Here in Branson, it's easy for me to speak of Branson because I live here. I've been to the other places as well. Silver Dollar City is a top 5 theme park in the nation, world class. I mean, winning awards all the time. Of course, Dollywood is owned by Silver Dollar City, and same kind of idea there. Now, Myrtle Beach doesn't have a theme park. They used to have, what was it? I think the Hard Rock theme park. And you were there, Tim, for Samson just last weekend. Was it good? You like it? Pretty epic, wasn't it? Pretty amazing. And back to theme parks. Myrtle Beach doesn't have one, but Branson and Pigeon Forge do, and they absolutely are world-class theme parks by all means. We've got Dolly Parton Stampede. Man, I could just go on and on. Just all of the different shows here in Branson, and so much just world-class entertainment. You don't have to go to, I dropped my notes, you don't have to go to Orlando to have world-class entertainment. Yeah, Tim, great production. Mike, you were here for a timeshare last week. Oh, very cool. Very cool. And of course, we own escape rooms here that our escape rooms were voted the 5th best in the nation by USA Today a couple of years ago. And so definitely, no matter where you choose to go, you're going to have world-class entertainment. Next, number 3, how about a change of pace? Mike said it's so relaxing there. It absolutely, if you focus on relaxing, I mean, if, Amy and I do it, we would probably still burn out. And we do whenever we travel, but definitely relaxing. Just the feel of it. It feels like a slower pace. You can actually breathe. You can get outside, and it feels different. All 3 of those places, especially Branson and Pigeon Forge, just kind of being in the woods, and it feels a little bit slower. Vegas. Similar but different. Of course, there's going to be a lot of ways they're different. The mountains make Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg so beautiful. Silver Dollar City is better than Dollywood. Yeah, absolutely. Totally makes sense. All right, let's kick into number 4. How about the cost? I'm not going to get into specifics here, but it really is pretty expensive, really expensive to go to Orlando, especially doing the parks. When we went to California, I know I keep bringing up California, even though we're talking about Orlando, just because we were just there and Disney is there. We were going to upgrade to a season pass because we thought maybe we'd take another trip out there before a year is up. And man, it's just insane, the cost of a season pass. And I don't have the numbers. Amy was telling me this. The cost of 2 days of Disney in California, and the same definitely would be true in Orlando, was more than 5 nights of our cruise to Mexico. Way more, in fact. A lot more. Tim, by the way, you are correct. Silver Dollar City season passes are definitely the way to go. So cheap. I believe it's cheaper than 2 full days or cheaper than 3 full days or something like that. Definitely get a season pass, Silver Dollar City or Dollywood. I'm sure it's the same. So cost, and of course you can pay a lot no matter where you go. It depends on what you want to do. But you go to Branson and these different places, it's just going to be a lot less expensive, for sure. So you're going to get more bang for your buck. You're going to be able to do a lot more in Branson than you are in Orlando. It's just the way it is. Okay, you're going to be sacrificing Disney and Universal, but there's other things that you can do. Season pass to Dollywood. How much was that? Do you remember how much that season pass to Dollywood was? I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite similar to Silver Dollar City is my guess, since both parks are owned by the same company and they're very, very similar parks. Let's see. Number 5 is nature. Now, Orlando is pretty much a metroplex, a metro type area. It's highways all over the place. Of course, once you get on property at Disney, it's beautiful. But Let's see. Dan says get a season pass for SDC in December, and you get 3 one-day passes. Yeah, they do have different specials going on depending on when you buy your pass. So my wife and I don't remember when we got our pass. Might have been in December last year. But yeah, we did get the free one-day passes that we can give to friends and family. So that's another perk right there. But in terms of nature, of course, here in Branson, you've got beautiful Table Rock Lake and Lake Taneycomo. Man, you could, you go to Big Cedar Lodge or one of these amazing resorts out on the water, rent a pontoon boat for the day. It's phenomenal. It's so much fun. The fishing is world class. Water skiing, of course, tubing, all of that kind of stuff. And Lake Taneycomo is a cold water lake, trout fishing. You've got, it's beautiful just to look at. If you go a little bit south, by the way, here's a bonus tip. Drive about an hour south or so, and you got the Buffalo River down in Arkansas. And I would highly recommend taking one day of your Branson vacation and going down to the Buffalo River and floating. It's epic. It's phenomenal. It does not get any more beautiful than that. So go down to the Buffalo River for sure. Now you got to do that early in the year. I think it's like March through maybe early May, maybe late May, something like that. And then otherwise there's not enough water in the river for it to work. Tim said Moonshine Beach. Yeah, Moonshine Beach is really great here in Branson. I think it costs like $3 to get in, or $4 or $5 or something like that. Yeah, Tim, definitely go to the Buffalo River. Basically, you drive south and you will leave your car at one of the outfitters. They'll load everybody up in one of their trucks, drop you off with your kayak or canoe, and you will they'll pick you up however long. You can choose how long you want it to be. It could even be overnight. We usually do the 5-hour, 6-hour trip, which is pretty good, and then they'll pick you up, take you back to your car. Tim, is Dogwood Canyon worth the price? Worth the price is subjective. You're gonna have to answer that, but I'll tell you this, and we have a video on this somewhere, you can search for it. Dogwood Canyon is beyond description. That's a Johnny Morris property, Johnny Morris of Bass Pro fame, and so you'll know that it's going to be good. Let me stop real quick. Las Vegas, you paid $62 a ticket to Dollywood in 2016. Okay, good info. Yeah, Mike, it's not a party town by all means. That's a great point. That wasn't on my list. It is definitely not a party town. My wife and I and our family, we so appreciate that. Of course, we live here. I'm sitting here in front of my house, and it's just wonderful. It's wonderful knowing that this is a family friendly place. But back to Dogwood Canyon, you got to go. You can do a Segway tour, a tram tour. We usually just do the bikes. Bikes are cheap to rent. You need a reserve, otherwise, depending on the time of year, you won't have any way to get around. You have to walk, which walking is an option too. But bikes get rented out. Segways definitely do. The trams definitely fill up. But Dogwood Canyon is so beautiful. And then also Top of the Rock. Both of those owned by Johnny Morris. So we recommend Dogwood Canyon. You can spend 5-6 hours there. And then Top of the Rock, amazing restaurant at Top of the Rock. Do the golf cart tour, which takes you through a cave actually, and it's about an hour long or so. And then for you golfers out there, the golf in Branson is ridiculous. I don't golf, but I used to a little bit. It's amazing. Let's see. So yeah, Dogwood Canyon. So in terms of nature, I mean, here in the Ozarks, we've got caves and all over the place. Marvel Cave is incredible, and that's at Silver Dollar City. Let's see, nature trails, all sorts of things. Of course, you got the National Forest there in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. Myrtle Beach, you've got the ocean, which we love the ocean. We are trying to find a beach town on the ocean that is low humidity, that is not California. And so if anybody knows of a beach town, low humidity, where it's warm, not a cold place, a warm place, low humidity, that's not California, let us know where that is. You can let me know right now in the live stream, or you can comment below later on the replay. Madison, hey, how you doing? I think Branson would be a lot better if they didn't have so many motels and more food places to eat. Okay, let's talk about that. It's hard to regulate who can start a business and run a business. You can't tell someone that they can't, have a motel, but I agree with you. I really do agree with you. In fact, a lot of the motels, or a handful of them, are kind of in disrepair. And Branson is working on this right now. In fact, they've shut some down due to some code issues. So this is something they're focusing on right now for sure. That being said, Branson has some really nice hotels and places to stay. And then regarding food, I agree with you. Amy and I talk about this all the time. That's one thing that these three places will never hold a candle to Orlando, and it's with food. One of our favorite things to do in Orlando is to eat a lot, and especially all of the Disney restaurants. And I mean, oh my gosh, I'm getting hungry right now. And so yes, Branson needs more restaurants. We just got a Paula Deen restaurant here, which is one of the more high-profile places. But man, we need a Brazilian steakhouse. We need, get P.F. Chang's in here, or get, whether it's a chain or local, doesn't matter, as long as it's good and amazing. So I agree with you. We need more food options for sure. Mike, is your business reservation only, or can you just walk in? So we own 3 businesses. We have Escape Code, which are that's escape rooms. We have the Axe Game, which is axe throwing, and then we have Saga's Mysteries, which is an escape room murder mystery fusion, which is amazing. I don't think there's anything like it anywhere in the world quite like this. So to answer your question, reservations are strongly recommended. Escape Code is staffed most every day, or actually every day. We're in the off season right now. We're kind of in between heavy seasons. School's back in. We'll kick back up pretty strong Thanksgiving and of course Christmas time. But so our hours are adjusted right now, and so we're open in the evenings, and then all day Saturday, Sunday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so reservations strongly recommended for Escape Code, although you can try to walk in. Definitely possible. The Axe Game, you have to have reservations, and Sagas, you have to have reservations. So hope that answers your question. My wife would love more healthy options for restaurants. Yeah, my wife is gluten-free, and we're both, I wouldn't say we're like health freaks by any means, but we do pay attention to that for sure. Go to Sugarleaf Bakery. We love that place, very healthy, and I get their quiche, and they have great salads and sandwiches, and that's an amazing place. Definitely go there. A Trader Joe's, Costco. Yeah, I'd love to have those places. All of these is coming into town, which is great. My wife's excited about that. Hey, let me continue through the list here. You guys can keep commenting. Someone already brought this up. This was on my list. It's more relaxed. I think it is more relaxed. And I kind of spoke to that already. But you can go out. You can hang out at the resort. You can sit out on the fishing dock and fish. You can go to Silver Dollar City for half a day, and the rest of the time hang out at the pool, whatever you want to do. But again, just being out in nature, it feels more relaxing. Let's carry on. This one, maybe yes, maybe no. It's possibly, of course, depends on where you live. Possibly, it's going to be closer to you, since we've got 3 different options. We've got Pigeon Forge and Branson and Myrtle Beach. Very possibly, it's going to be closer to these areas than Orlando for a whole bunch of the nation. And Pick and Porch, yeah, I agree with you. Yes. Bob's Dairyland, yes. I haven't eaten at Pick and Porch. I know I've been in the building. I haven't eaten there, but I hear about it all the time. So I'm going to trust the people I'm hearing from that's correct. Dairyland, yeah, that's awesome. I can't eat there very much because it's not very healthy, but it's super, super good. Yeah, so it's possibly going to be closer to a larger segment of the nation. A lot of people live within driving distance of these 3 different places. And Branson has an airport, by the way, and in the on season, which is, I think it goes through maybe November or something like that, maybe December, but Frontier Airlines is here, and you're going to get a lot of cheap, almost free, cheap Frontier tickets. We did a video on this a while back about a crazy special they were running for $19 a person, and they run specials like that quite a bit. And so we fly out of Branson a lot, and it's direct flight from Branson to Dallas, Branson to Chicago, and Branson to Denver. So if you can get to one of those 3 areas, you can fly into Branson super cheap. We're taking a vacation to Texas and cruising out of I forgot the name of it already. Help me. Galveston? Yeah. Galveston. So we're flying into Dallas, and then we're going to drive down to San Antonio and spend some time, and then we're going to drive down to Houston, and then Galveston, and we're cruising. And so Branson Airport makes it easy for a lot of people to get here. Hey, how about this next one? Let's see, what number is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be number 8. Number 8. Local and small businesses. You know, of course, anywhere you go, you're going to have that. You're going to have that in Orlando. But there's a lot of that here in Branson and these other cities. A lot of them. You know, our own business. It's a local, small business, locally owned small business. And you're going to have a lot of that here in Branson. And, a lot of people love that. I personally don't mind the big chains and the big business. I enjoy that. But a lot of people really enjoy the local expression, local restaurants. Hey, there's a restaurant in Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg, one of the two. Where is it? One of the two. And it is amazing and popular. Oh, what is it? It overlooks like a creek. And it's hard to get in there. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Shoot, I'm not giving you a good description of the place, but it's like 2 levels. You go in, you walk upstairs. Anyway, I don't know. Some of you may not have even ever been to that area, but if you know what that is, that's a great restaurant, a great local restaurant, and it's a busy one and it's a big one. But people already mentioned Billy Bob's Dairyland here in Pigeon Forge and other places. So there's lots of great local places. Dick's 5 and 10 downtown Branson. You can go on and on and on. Let's see. We are cruising next September out of Galveston. Cool. Where are you going, Mike? Where are you headed? JT Hannah's? That doesn't ring a bell. I'm not sure what that is, but I don't know. Hey, let me hit this last one. It's for the entire family. Someone mentioned that it's there's really no party scene, and specifically Branson, and definitely Branson, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg too. I think Myrtle Beach takes it up a notch in terms of kind of that beach life, but very, very family friendly. The entire family can go to everything almost. I remember everything. I don't know what they couldn't go to. I mean, you got the Showboat Branson Bell. Everybody's gonna love that. You've got the shows, Silver Dollar City, escape rooms. You've got go-karts, mini golf. I mean, all that typical stuff. And so yeah, definitely very, very family friendly. Mike, you're going to the Caribbean. Very cool. We are going to Mexico. 2 stops in Mexico. I think Cozumel, Costa Maya, maybe? Can't remember. Something like that rings a bell. But yeah, so that's where we're headed. But so the entire family. And so I mean, just anything that everyone wants to do. Extreme go-karts, Dan, definitely. So that's so hey, why don't we just let me take a moment and just did I miss anything? Again, comparing Orlando with these smaller vacation destinations. Las Vegas, there are so many awesome eating places there. Should do a separate episode, places to eat in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. I'd love to. We need to get out there and just spend some time. We've been several times, many times. In fact, we are going there when my son graduates from college because he's at Lee University in Cleveland, Tennessee. So we will be there in, I think, May of 2020. So we'll definitely do some videos from there. I don't know if we'll hit that one specifically, but it's a good idea. What are the best escape rooms y'all have that we have for yourself, 9-year-old and 8-year-old? Any of them. We have 5 different escape rooms. Excuse me. 5 different escape rooms. Yeah, Dan, we talked about traffic a little bit. There's ways around the traffic in these smaller towns. Traffic in Orlando is crazy. But the one that I always tell people about to think about is Revenge. That's one of our 5 escape rooms. And that one you do go in blindfolded and handcuffed. And so there are some kids that would not dig that. In fact, there are some adults that don't like that. But it's a great game. It is our hardest game. Super fun. But then we've got Vortex, which is our tornado experience. Anybody's going to like that one. Condemned is our Bible experience. You're in the prison where Paul and Silas were held and trying to escape. Got the Great Escape of Jasper Jinx. It's a Western theme. And then the Guest House, trying to solve a mystery of what happened to the previous tenant. And so we've got all 5 of those. And also, don't forget to consider Sagas. as long as they're at least 8 years old. You got to be 8. Sagas is a 2-hour adventure with escape room elements and live actors. Loads of fun, big time fun, and you may get to see me as Commander Montgomery, the SWAT commander. Maybe not. Depends on which actors are working. And I use the word, for me, actors, lightly. But that being said, we all do have fun, and it's a fun, intense, engaging time. So Sagas Mysteries, check that out for sure. And the websites for all these, in case you're interested, Sagas, it's sagas.tv. Escape code is escapecode.tv, and the Axe game is theaxegame.com. So you can check all those out. So you play. Oh, it says sounds awesome. I thought you said it was awesome. So Vortex sounds awesome. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Mike Allen. Oh, Branson Center Stage. We have a whole video completely devoted to Center Stage. Those people are awesome. And oh yeah, you mentioned our video. Yeah. And the food is incredible. Boy, it's good food. Our favorite time to go is like on holidays, Mother's Day or Easter, and they usually have buffets, and it's expensive. Well, I mean, I say expensive. I mean, I think it's worth it. You're going to be paying, I don't know, I shouldn't put a number on it because I could be wrong. North of $25 for sure. Could even be $35 a person, maybe more. I can't remember. I just can't remember. But, if you have a family, like we have a family of a bunch, and 3 kids at home and 2 kids away, and going to dinner like that, can add up. But that being said, we do enjoy going on those special occasions, but anytime is great. Let's see, might do that in a month. I have a 2-year-old granddaughter. Yeah, anybody can be in the room as long as they're cool with it. Totally. Someone go online, or maybe, I don't know if you'll be able to find it or not. Center Stage, and again, I'm just talking about these buffets. And I think these are kind of world-class buffets where they've got all the best of the best, and prime rib, and the gluten-free options for those of you that need that are amazing. Yes. I will tell you straight up, if it was $50, I think it's worth it. I think it's amazing. I think you got to do it. I shouldn't have mentioned price because I just can't remember. But it's more, the point that I was trying to make, it's more than your typical buffet of $15 or $20 because it's special. It's a special occasion that they don't do all the time. The National Enquirer, it's called Beyond the Lens or Behind the Lens, one of those two, behind. And we did a video on that. Oh, cool. And so you mentioned our video. She was excited. Yeah. That's a fun place. We had a great time in there. And they actually put our video, I don't know if it's still there or not, they put our video as their link on their Instagram. And so, that's cool. And so, did I answer the question about the 2-year-old in the room? I'm kind of scattered. The answer is yes. Yeah, children of any age could be in any of our rooms. Kids 5 and under are free. So, yeah. Yep. And so, that's all the material I got. There's my notes. I wrote these notes on the back of my son's math homework. I hope it's okay. Because I think it'll be okay. So anything else before I jump out of here? Any other points, thoughts? What have you done? Have you been to Myrtle Beach? What's your favorite thing to do out there? Or Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg? Again, comparing this with Orlando, we will go to Orlando forever. I mean, we're gonna keep going back. We love it. We love so much of it, and it takes many trips to do 5% of what you can do there. It's so much fun. But you got these smaller places. I think a blast, absolutely a blast. We have, I think it's not 9 million people a year coming to Branson right now. I think Myrtle Beach is at least, I don't know why I get into numbers. I always do it wrong. I think it's maybe even double what we do here in Branson just because of they're so close to so many different larger cities. I'm not sure what the numbers are for Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, but bottom line, millions of people are coming to these places, and they're coming year after year. At Escape Code, every year the same customers are coming, and they'll do one escape room, 1 year, and another one the next year, and then another one the next year. And we have a group tomorrow night at Sagas that they've been at Escape Code, I don't know, I think 4 or 5, well, we've been in business since 2015, maybe every year since we've been in business. And a big group, I think they're from St. Louis, and they are cruising on down, and they're doing sagas tomorrow. First time they've done sagas. And so that's cool. So people keep coming back. Whitewater rafting and the island. Yeah, the island is great. Super fun. Here in Branson, we have something similar called Branson Landing. And then in Myrtle Beach, they have, what's it called? The Boardwalk? The Boardwalk. Something the Boardwalk. Boardwalk at the beach. Something like that. Broadway at the beach. That's what it is. Broadway at the beach. That's my favorite. That's my favorite of the three is there in Myrtle Beach. And whitewater rafting, yes, absolutely. My opinion about whippersnappers, I don't have one. Never been. I love Broadway at the beach. Yeah, in fact, we were looking at that place as a possibility of expanding our business. We're not going to do it. Really expensive, but it's a great place. Any float trips? Well, you got the Buffalo River. That's definitely, I talked about that earlier. Definitely 110%. Go to the Buffalo River when you are here, spend an entire day, do a 5 or 6 or 7 hour trip. Super fun. Yeah, the jet boat ride here at Branson Landing. There's a video that we did on that. That's fun. Sit in the very front right seat. That's where I was. And boy, oh boy, that's where you're getting, I think, most of the torque as you're spinning and definitely getting the water. So yeah, that really is a lot of fun. And Cracked Fortnite Clan, hello, how are you doing? All right, guys, well, it's been fun. Definitely subscribe and hit that bell so you know when we're going live. Of course, we do a lot of recorded videos. Hey, before I let you go, Branson zip lines. Yeah, don't leave yet. Before I let you go, I'm going to ask you a question. I have done, we've done one zip line on Indian Point Road. It was fun. There are zip lines all over the place. There's the Snowflex. We got all season tubing and also zip lines up there. So I'd encourage you to check those out. But let me ask you this question. You can think about it for a second and then respond. What's your opinion between these live videos and our pre-recorded videos? Of course, they're radically different, completely different. What do you think? What's your feeling? Would you like a mix of both? Which do you prefer? We would like to get more videos out there. The only way to really do that is to do some live, because I don't have to go do it. I don't have to do 3 hours of editing after I'm done with this one. And all the others I'm editing for 3 hours, every single video, which I enjoy. But and I'm going to keep doing that for sure. But what do you think about the live videos? I'll answer this question. Do you and Amy see any shows in Branson? Yeah, we love the shows here. One of our favorite shows is a tiny show called Smoke on the Mountain. So much fun. It's hilarious. It's a production, and the audience is part of it. Super fun. Tim says you love both. Great conversations with other people as well. Yeah. I love the community feel of it. I think that's great. Thanks for that. Yeah. And as I said before, Sight and Sound, epic production there. 6 is one of my favorite shows. It's a music show, all a cappella, hilarious. Of course, Presley's, if you want some good old hillbilly music, and even if you're not into that kind of music, you will still have a blast. High quality show for sure. Reza, which he's a magician. That guy's crazy. I mean, so good. Hey Goods are phenomenal. The Petersons, we haven't seen their show, but we've seen them at Silver Dollar City. Petersons are great for bluegrass and gospel. Man, there's so many shows. And yeah, we love going to them. Dan, you get responses right away from the live stream. Yeah. Agree. Let's see. Las Vegas, I love because I've been to all these places you talk about. Yeah. That's cool. It's kind of, I do that with like Disney videos. There's this one lady, she live streams from Disney World like every day. That's her life. She goes there and she's there every single day. And yeah, Pierce Arrow, we went there a long time ago. It was a good show. Mike, yeah, the interaction between everybody, I agree. I think that's great. Let's see, what was I going to say? My brain just quit. I'm 50 years old now, everybody. My brain stopped. Rick Thomas. I have not seen Rick Thomas. I have been wanting to see him, see that show for quite a while. Yeah, definitely. What was I going to say? Cannot remember for the life of me. Oh, yeah. That Disney lady. And they're at Disney World, and so she live streams all the time. Now, I also watch Tim Tracker. Some of you guys, I don't know, maybe you watch him. He does a lot of similar type of things to what we do, except more Orlando focused. And he doesn't do a lot of live. Almost, I don't know if I've ever seen a live one from him. It's all pre-recorded, and but boy, he's got maybe 200, 300,000 subscribers, something like that. Buckets and Boards. They're great friends of ours. Those guys are amazing. You'll see them in our the Axe Game promos. Buckets and Boards are so fun. Great show for the whole family. Jim Stafford, he does, and I love Jim Stafford. That guy is hilarious, and he's here not all the time, but he does come for stretches. You got Yakov, who's here at times. He took a break for a while, but he's going to be back in 2020, and I think even maybe at the end of this year, possibly. We have been to the Wisconsin Dells once. Just one time, and that was a while ago, several years ago, before we were doing videos. We went to one of the water parks there, which was fun. It was in off season, so there wasn't a lot going on, and I don't have anything to say about it. Other than that water park was fun. I don't even know what they have there. I went there to visit my brother. He lived there at the time, and so we did that. He worked at the water park. And so we were able to stay there and hang out there. But I don't know what else they have. And so maybe we'll have to head back up there sometime. You've seen almost every show of TPF. We've got, what are we at? Well, I'm editing. After I get this next batch done being edited, it'll be 120. I just numbered my latest batch, number 120. So some of the shows coming up are Catalina Island, California. Ensenada, Mexico is going to be an interesting one because I shot all of that on my GoPro, and my GoPro corrupted. And I lost that, and I lost a bunch of Disneyland stuff. And so I tried to recover all of that video, and all I'm getting is like half to 1 second little clips in between unusable glitches. So Amy and I are going to do a kind of a studio breakdown of Ensenada and what we experienced, and then we'll have a little video montage of quick little 1 second clips of us on segways and eating lunch and walking around and all that kind of stuff. Oh, the Branson, the TPF videos. That's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, the Dells are all water mainly. Yeah, that's kind of what I heard. So, all right, guys. Well, they're dropping like flies. And so we're down to just 4 people watching live. 4 very important people, by the way. And you guys are the champions of TPF. And so I guess, unless you have anything amazing to say or not amazing to say, I'm going to check out of here and appreciate your feedback on live versus recorded. Yep, we'll definitely kick into more live and do more recorded. If you have topics that you would like me to address, kind of like you're bringing up on here, but some of these I can't do just because I'm not there. If you have topics you'd like me to talk about, let me know, and put them in the comments below. Or I know these live comments disappear on YouTube, don't they? I think they do. So comment on the replay, or you know how to contact me somehow, some way, and just let me know. Let me know what kind of topics that you would like sitting here, right here on my front porch, and I will try to do that. Talk about living in Branson. Yeah, living in Branson's great. We did a video on that actually, a pre-recorded video on the benefits of living in a tourist town, so you can look that up. It was actually a really good video. Amy and I had a good time doing that one. But yeah, we could do a live video on that also coming up. and living in Branson. And so I'll leave that for a future video, but it's great. We love living here. And I actually graduated high school here. And my parents moved here from Chicago and actually moved to Omaha, Arkansas, a town of 191 people, just south. And my dad was hired at Silver Dollar City in the personnel department. And then we moved to Oklahoma City for a summer where he was the general manager of Whitewater. And then we moved back to Branson for him to continue at Silver Dollar City. That was a better fit for him. And we lived here in Branson. I graduated high school here, and then I moved away for like ever, and then we moved back about 5 years ago, almost 2015, 4 years ago, I guess, and love it. Winter is great here. Last winter it didn't snow at all. I like snow a little bit, and so I do like it when it snows every now and then. But temperatures are, bottom out in the 20s usually. Every now and then it'll drop lower than that. Not much. It's going to be in 30s and 40s, sometimes in the 50s. You get a day in January or February, bump up to 60, back down to 30, kind of a thing. So that's what winter is like here. And yeah, and lots of great places to live, great neighborhoods. So, but I'll save all of that for a future video. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. And that's it. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that already. If anybody would ever like to support us through Patreon, you can do it for as little as $1 a month. You can do that. You can check that out. And last November at Silver Dollar City, 70 degrees. Oh, I love those days. So awesome. All right, guys, have an amazing rest of your day. Blessings to you all, and we'll talk to you next time.